Alright, so here we are playing Prison Architect with the Fallout mod. It's a complete retexture of the game. There's also some specific gameplay changes which I haven't loaded into this one just so we get nice and familiar with the new skin first, and then maybe once we've built a decent enough vault prison here we can sell it and try more challenging, more Fallout-y themed run. Let's just speed up, get these people to unpack. Yeah, drop everything off. Hey Cena, how's it going, man? So the idea here is that we're gonna build a vault, which is also a prison in the Fallout world. I've loaded into a large map to give us plenty of space to work with. I've put the lunar terrain to make it more look like more like a wasteland in proper Fallout theme. Hey, hello everyone. I've played a decent amount of this game. I think roughly 12 hours, I would say. So I'm familiar with how the game works, but nowhere near like an expert. And this is my first time playing the Fallout mod. And I thought a nice challenge for this game, for this type of playthrough, would be to build the whole prison vault completely indoors. So, with the exception of the outside part to drop the garbage and the deliveries and all that, and obviously to get the prisoners in, that's going to be outside. But once they're inside the prison vault, there is no going out unless you're released or on parole, I guess. So let's start off. So we're starting off with $30,000 or caps, which isn't a lot of money. So we're gonna start off nice and small. So I'm thinking, let's see, the prisoners will probably get dropped off somewhere over here. So let's start off with an entrance. Thinking proper Fallout style, let's make it like really narrow. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, yeah, let's make it 3 blocks wide. So regarding gameplay repercussions, the Fallout mod is it's an overhaul mod, so it completely changes all the graphics, all the visual parts of the game. They're complete Fallout themed. There are a lot, well actually there aren't a lot, but there are some gameplay elements which you can you can activate. Currently right now they're turned off. But basically the original Prison Architect, the base game Prison Architect, has something called modifiers, which are basically things you can turn on to give yourself a bit more of a challenge or an easier time doing the prison, or just do something stupid and wacky with it. And this mod adds specifically Fallout themed modifiers, which they call experiments. And I haven't turned any of them on except one, which basically just gives the whole place more of a nuclear wasteland kind of feel. But the idea is that we first build this kind of prison, vault prison first, kind of get ourselves familiar with the whole Fallout look and feel, see if there's anything that's not written in the mod that changes the game. And once we've built a moderately successful prison, then I'm going to sell this prison and I'm going to start a new one, this time with some cool Fallout themed modifiers. And the advantage of doing that is that if you sell your prison, if you sell a successful prison, you also start off with more cash. So it's also gonna make the whole intro bit of the game faster, because right now I only started with 30,000 caps, and as you can see, just building this block over here costed me 3k, so it's really not a lot of money. We're gonna need to start nice and slow. Whereas if you sell your prison first, you're gonna be able to start with more money depending on the valuation of your prison. So currently, yeah, currently I can't even see the valuation of my prison, but yeah, it would make the whole starting of the whole starting point of the playthrough much faster once you start with higher caps. Right. So back to here, back to the game. Yeah, the idea here is that prisoners are going to get dropped off here. This is going to be kind of like a narrow tunnel, just like in Fallout. When you enter the vault, I'm thinking of doing something kind of like with 2 prison doors. So it acts kind of like an airlock, and then it's going to bring the prisoners into a small holding cell. So maybe something like this. Something like this. And then what I like to do is that I like to have very nearby kind of like a minimum security section, which is going to be basically just a lot of shared cells. So let's see, we can do kind of like a tunnel, maybe not something too big and expensive. Yeah, because the challenge of doing all this indoors is obviously you have to account for the walls, so this would just be a 1 width corridor, which is not ideal. So let's actually delete that real quick. Let's do maybe something a bit wider. Yeah, that's better. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2 to a width of 2 should be much better for these kind of things. And then our minimum security block is going to be here on the left. So let's get to that in a bit. Let's start with these foundations first. So let's add security door. See, is there like a vault door? There is a vault door. Costs 3.5 grand. That is a lot of money compared to $200 for a jail door. All right, let's start off with a jail door, and then once we make some more cash, we'll go proper roleplay style and add the vault entrance door. That's going to be there. Let's get our builders to start building at least this plot now. Here's our builders with their Fallout jumpsuits, vault suits. And yes, I decided to call to call this Vault 25, because once you're in here, you do 25 to life. So that's my little pun of the day here. All right. So we said we're gonna do this kind of like, almost like what's the word? Almost like an airlock here. And that, I guess, would be our reception. Oh, there isn't a reception to Fallout mod. Okay, good to know. So it's just gonna be a useless corridor. And then we're gonna do a holding area over here. So the holding area requires, yes, to be obviously enclosed, needs toilets and benches. And let's put a large jail door over here. And then Where's that? Toilet and benches. Yeah, we can't fit two like that, it's just too small. What about the small bench? Oh, this looks completely different to that. I don't like it. Let's go something like this. And then some toilets. Right there. Should we give them privacy? Should I put little walls there so they can have a little toilet cubicle, or do they just piss of shit there in the open? Yeah, yeah, these are workmen. They're not my prisoners yet, so they're not building their own prison. But you can do prison labor in this game, so you can get your prisoners to work for you. Ah, yes, and also an important thing we have to take into account is we need power and water. So we need to do a sort of utilities room. So we can make it like attached to here. Maybe something this big. I think we can go smaller. This should be okay. Let's do that. Speed up time a bit. So everything in this game has to be constructed by the workmen. Nothing appears out of thin air in the prison. So for everything that we build, we have to order in materials which come through this supply line, and then it gets dropped off over here. And then only once we have the material available here, then the workers can start building. And let's add a staff door over there. So and now we have to wait for the delivery of the staff door. And any second now, there we go. This is going to complete. So let's get some utilities up and running, because without power we're not going to get very far. So let's add a capacitor here, power station, and water filtration. Slap down a couple of capacitors there, and then start running some wires through the vault. Like this, like that. Then we're going to need to run water pipes here, so the toilets are properly plumbed. Ah yes, I should probably accept some grants. Jobs here. No grants, here they are. So let's get basic vault and administration center. So basically what these grants are, they're kind of like essentially objectives. You get money for, you get some money up front, and you get some money in completion. So in this case with a basic vault, they give us 20,000 caps in advance payment, and they give us an extra 10k once we complete those objectives. The administration center is split 50-50, so we get 5,000 caps in advance and 5,000 for completing that. So that's why our money shot up there a little bit. That's going to help us get the cash we need to build a proper cell block. So I think the idea here was to build a minimum security block, just to get an idea, because I like to do some shared cells at the start. Shared room is roughly this big. So that is, not counting the wall, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 indoor units. And then the walls. So let's say we want to build 3 per row. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, the wall, 1, 2, 3, 4, wall, 1, 2, 3, 4, wall. And then same thing going down, wall, 1, 2, 3, 4, wall, 1, 2, 3, 4, wall, 1, 2, 3, 4, wall. So that's the entrance of our, what's going to be a very small minimum security wing. Staffed with a jail door. Just put a large one for now. Ah yes, I didn't take into account the fact that we need space for the door. Oh well. So let's get that built over now. Do you set your own end goals like in this game, kind of like CK3? Sort of, yeah, in the sense that there aren't any victory conditions. You can run you can run your prison essentially as you want. You can modify the challenge that you're facing by taking in different types of prisoners, by putting on different modifiers, or giving yourself different types of challenges. But essentially, once you've had enough, once you're happy with your prison, you can sell the prison, and then how much that prison is worth is going to carry over into your next prison. So you already start off with more cash, and I believe your research carries over as well in that sense. So you don't start completely from zero the next time you the next time you start a prison. Yes, you can set up your a daily routine for the prisoners. So right now we don't have any prisoners or an overseer, but once we set up an office for the overseer, we can set up the routine for our prisoners, and we can even give each individual prisoner the wall collapse here. That's weird. We can give each individual security of prisoners their own schedule. So you can have minimum security go on one schedule, medium security or another, max security or another. So you can you can get a lot of customization done that way. So first of all, let's fix this wall here. So this cell is properly, this block is properly staffed, built. And then let's just plop down some basic shared cells. Like that. Yeah, I kinda screwed up the spacing there, so let's try and fix that. Let's leave 2 units worth of space. And then we'll actually just demolish these walls here. And instead, we'll build walls like that, yeah. Is the plumbing not done properly there? Why is it still? Oh, of course. The pipe here that can't go through the power station. So let's make the pipe run out like this, and up like that. The reason why I'm not letting the big pipe go through the building is because prisoners can actually escape through large pipes. They can dig a tunnel and then make their way through the large pipes to escape. So whenever I'm inside the prison, I like to use smaller pipes instead. Then we need to make sure that's properly wired. So we can get the lights on over there. And then we need to have running water in there. So something like this. Bring in the big pipe nice and close. And then run small pipes all across here. That's going to be done. Then what else do we need? We need to have a shower area, an atrium, which is I think a yard in the Fallout mod. Kitchen, cafeteria, 2 guards, and at least 2 cooks. So let's get working on the shower room next. Thinking we can have the shower somewhere here. So let's go again into the foundations for a vault. Shower room doesn't need to be too big, especially right now. Let's do something, maybe we put the door over here. So the shower room kind of needs to go something like this. Make it a teeny bit bigger to future-proof a bit. For when we have more vault dwellers coming in. And then I need to designate cell, yeah, jail cell. So this actually broke the wall there, that's not good. And let's add a door. I think security door is just your no, this is your regular ass door. Door over there. Yes, we need to make sure the electricity reaches in there as well. So let's run a power cable like that. Yeah, these guys got stuck in there because there's no door out. Now there is, so you're free. Yeah, it's being built. And so the idea here is to have a shower. Have shower heads like this. That, and then we can even have walls, so like these tiled walls or something here. Hold on, not quite there. Let's leave a bit more space. Something like this, and then we add more shower heads. Something like this is more than enough for the first prison, the first shower room of the prison. Run piping all around. And here as well. Okay. And then we can have our yard. Let's see, we can maybe do a tunnel over here and then kind of like have a yard or an atrium as I call it in this mod, more like here in the middle of the map. So we can do something like this. So we also make use of this spacing that I wasn't really making a lot of use of before. Something like this. Oh, this is getting expensive though. I've got 22 grand left and I still need to build atrium, kitchen, cafeteria, hire guards, but I need to build offices. Alright. So let's maybe do a small garden to start off with. Do something like this here, and then let's see, because maybe I might want to expand this out later, so let's leave that space like that. Our garden can be somewhere here. It can be small for now, because anyways we want to have too high of a population at the start. And then we still need to build the kitchen and the canteen. So maybe we extend this corridor a bit more. Let's do something like this. And then one big room here. Kind of big room, something like this, which can be our kitchen and cafeteria. Yeah, money's kind of tight at the beginning of the game. They really don't give you a lot to work with. And I forgot to put an entrance there. But actually I think I'll just demolish the walls over here. You can also hire more workers to kind of speed up the beginning, but since we're already kind of low on cash, I don't want to spend all that on just speeding the game up when I can just put it to speed 4 and just hang around a couple minutes. So I'm thinking the idea here is that the cafeteria is going to be on this side, so the prisoners just walk through directly into the eating area over here, and then this side I'm going to partition it and put the kitchen there, kind of like in the back. Of course, we need to run electricity also down in what's supposed to be our yard. Something like this. Because since we're building everything indoors, everything needs power. And yard. I don't know, here they call it atrium. Yeah. It needs to be behind at least one door. So, what? Let's put 2 doors. Although the Fallout doors don't really look that good if you double them up like that. Let's put 1 door there and a piece of vault wall over here. Okay. Run up the power cables in here as well. Let's go like here. And then through the middle should be enough. Do you have to deal with prison fights or prisoners that just want to cause problems? Yes, absolutely. You can you can have riots breaking out. You can call in the riot police, which in the Fallout mod is straight up the Brotherhood of Steel, which is over here. So yeah, prisoners can break into massive fights which cause riots. Prisoners can incite other prisoners to join the riot. You can have you know, some fights and squabbles with the prisoners, kind of like everywhere. So yeah, you do have to deal with a lot of inmate violence, if that's how you want to put it. And now, thinking something like this for the kitchen. This, and then we put it behind the staff door. There. So So that's going to be our kitchen. And the rest is going to be the cafeteria. Like this, then like this. And let's put also a door to the cafeteria. Here. Let's see how they look if you double up the doors. Yeah, then the kitchen also needs specific items in order to be considered a kitchen. In this case, cooker, fridge, and sink. So let's add those. Like 3 cookers like that. Fridge. I actually like to just leave the fridges here in the middle of the room. And sink. Put 2 like that. And then for the cafeteria we need obviously tables and benches. Let's put 1 table here. And 1 table here. Let's leave space for the bench, space for the bench, table, table, space for bench, space for bench, table, table. And then we can always build more once we have a bit more of a population. So yeah, that's cafeteria. I need serving counter as well, true. So we can really maximize the space here by putting a serving counter right next to the tables. Let's put like 1 there, and it's just too small. I guess we can put them down here even. Let's do that. Looks better. Like this, and then we delete that one there. So what else do we need? Cafeteria is being built now. Hire at least 2 guards, 2 cooks, and then we get ourselves another 10 grand, which is good because we're really running out of cash right now. So let's hire 2 guards, 2 cooks for the kitchen. We also need to run pipes over there. So let's continue here with the large pipe. Do something like this. Then run it like that. And the next thing we'll need to tackle is, I do have a holding area surrounded by walls and doors. Is it not? Ah, yes. We're missing a door for the corridor to go to the. What did I have in mind here? I think that this is not quite what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to build a wall here so this remains closed this way, and then we actually demolish the wall here. So the prisoners, once they're in, they can move freely between their jail cells and the atrium. I think once we fix that, we should be good, and then we need to start thinking about offices. So I'm thinking we can do kind of like a staff room, like a staff area somewhere over here, so that the staff essentially, they don't really have to go and mingle with the prisons. They can just straight at the entrance go over here, go around the holding cell and into the staff area. Mr. Man, I have a request. Can one of the guards or inmates be dog? Best follow character. Yes, they can, just not right now. basically you can research. Once I build the office, I can show you the research tree. But you can build you can research dog patrols, and in the mod, yes, the dog is dog meat. So you'll get your Fallout references and fix for the duration of the stream. Let's see, so we do a quarter somewhere here like that. And then it's gonna move on like so. And then we can start putting down offices in this area. Let's just do it on the quick build office. Let's say I want to leave a quarter of 2 like that. I don't have money. Great. Anyways, we should be getting our grants in any second. Staff door over here. As soon as the wall here is built, we're gonna have everything we need to complete this grant. The nukes, I'm not sure. The nukes already happened, man. The nukes already dropped. There's no more nukes in the world. They were all launched, and that's what started a big war. And now it's Fallout. Alright, yeah, this is looking better. We're putting the pipes there. So we're almost ready to open the gates and start welcoming new vault dwellers into our vault prison. Office. Stage 1, 2. We'll put an office here, and we'll put an office here for now. Get to building. Yes, all caps are made in China. So yeah, I guess caps is a Chinese currency. I guess they're the post-apocalyptic yuan, if you will. Why is it still not getting water? Ah, there we go. It's just missing a few pipes. Speed this all the way up so they finish the construction of these offices. And then yes, yeah, I have enough money to hire the people to run those offices, and then we'll open the gates. Then our prison is going to be ready for its grand opening. So, overseer. So now that we have the overseer, that unlocks the tech tree. So this is essentially your tech tree. All the way down here is your dog patrol, and yeah, then you can unlock things like, you know, armed guards. You can unlock cleaning duties. You can unlock some things to make it easier for you to earn money. You can, I mean, in the base game, this is like the law tech tree, so you can make it so that the rooms can be smaller than the current minimum. And this is where you can also do the electric chair, the death penalty, but here it's slightly different. I guess you can straight up sacrifice people, it looks like. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to work our way down to. So overseer, and then yes, for this one we need to hire an accountant for this grant, and that requires us to research finance. All right, so this, we have enough capacity here for shared cells. I believe each bunk bed is for 2, and we've got 2 sets of bunk beds, so each cell can hold 4 people. We've got 6 of those cells for that, so that's 24 prisoners that we should be able to intake. And the game, for some reason, it looks like this mod isn't responding well to shared jail cells. It says I have no capacity. Yeah, of course, everybody who's gonna be sacrificed is gonna be sacrificed in the name of capitalism. And unfortunately, I think I might have to delete all of this stuff and just put regular boring cells because the game doesn't realize that this counts as prisoners. So that's as prison cells, which is weird. Oh, let's try it anyways. What's the worst that can happen? Intake. Let's start taking in some low-risk prisoners first. There's only 10 available. The majority of them are medium. So let's take in all the low risk and let's take in a little bit of medium risk as well. Send me 20.